what's usually regarded as America's game, this showdown hits a different chord each year when it comes around. Filled with tradition and pageantry, it's a game unlike any other, and one in which the nation's finest will battle and fight for the honor and privilege to sing second. Welcome, everyone, to M&T Bank Stadium, home of the Ravens in Baltimore, Maryland. As we'll see the number 22 team in the country, the Navy Midshipmen, taking on a conference rival from the American, the Army Black Knights. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Will kick it away to start us off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Navy's offense will have the first crack at it in this one. The Army-Navy game is always full of twists. Last year, just a week after the Black Knights of the Hudson had won the American Conference Championship, a resurgent Navy squad with emphasis took the victory in America's game.
Yeah, Navy put up points early and often and made Army.
Oh, he's got some space. He's inside the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Midshipmen. Great job by the back on the option.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, set the tone for this football game.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Army's offense has the ball for the first time. Usually regarded as America's game, this showdown hits a different chord each year when it comes around. Filled with tradition and pageantry, it's a game unlike any other, and one in which the nation's finest will battle and fight for the honor and privilege to sing second. Welcome, everyone, to M&T Bank Stadium, home of the Ravens in Baltimore, Maryland. As we'll see the number 22 team in the country, the Navy Midshipmen, taking on a fellow opponent from the American, the Army Black Knights. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Black Knights will put total leather to crank us up. A rather underwhelming start as the kickoff goes out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. Give to the fullback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Guys, they call this America's game because no matter who you root for, you're captivated by this.
Well, and this is just one of those games that I think always just stands out just because of the way it looks, right? It's all the uniforms in the stands. It's the pageantry. It's the history of this game. It's the style of football these two teams play as well. It just means so much to these players.
It's so cool, and it's saved for after the Heisman Trophy, after the championship.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Third down defense is so pivotal in a football game. In this third down, nice job. Good coverage in the back end, but the rush gets home, forcing the fourth down. Nice start for this defense.
Navy will have to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. So Army's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. And I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. It's a big test for him.
And here's the thing, proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent.
Turning it on! And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. It's a new chapter at quarterback for Army after Bryson Daly's historic season led the nation with 32 touchdowns on the ground. Army had 12 wins, a school record. With Daly now a commissioned officer in the Army. Time for next man up, Jesse.
Yeah, and you're going to have to be able to run the football. You're going to have to be able to make great decisions, though, in the option game, which I think is something a lot of times we take for granted. It's not just making good decisions throwing it, but understanding when to dive, when to keep it, when to pitch. That's what makes this Army offense run so smooth.
The Black Knights come to the line needing just inches for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. This rivalry started in 1890 when Dennis Mikey, for whom the stadium at West Point is named, talked Navy into playing a game and the Mids blew him out.
And since that first...
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. And the Black Knights trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
Punt is in the air on fourth down. Make sure he doesn't get backed up any further, signals for and makes the fair catch at the 10. And here comes the Navy offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Makes the grab on the left side. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the option. He'll pull it on the read. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Navy now facing third and short. Looking for a man. It's Horvath. Quickly out to the tight end. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. Navy is clicking on all cylinders right now. Give to the fullback. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. If they thought it would fool them to give it to the fullback, that was not the case.
Yeah, give this defense credit. They obviously watched a lot of film this week, and they knew there were a lot of different guys offensively that could touch the football, including the fullback, but he had no room to go there.
Lost yardage leaves them looking at 2nd and 14. They'll power it inside with the fullback. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Navy now in trouble here on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Makes the grab. It's Smith. There he goes. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
Army has it back in the offense ready to go. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. He spins that thing down the middle. It's complete. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
On 1st and 10 from the 38. Looking to throw on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
This time he's got it. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a 1st down.
And the offense got away with one there. That was supposed to be a running back screen. Instead, the quarterback threw it somewhere else. And with all the offensive line running way down the field, they're lucky that wasn't a penalty.
The Black Knights have it with a 1st and 10. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Ready to fire from the pistol. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Black Knights are moving quickly down the field. He wants to throw it. Looking to the big tight end. Makes a connection. Touchdown, Black Knights! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
Getting aggressive here and going for 2. Sends it back in motion. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead to 8.
I like it. Nice execution. Catch the football. Get it out of your hand. Nice rhythm, nice timing for that 2-point conversion.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Navy will try to fight its way out of this hole here on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Horvat. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Navy needs to come up with a big play on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires left. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass. Navy will have to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
The Black Knights can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll run play action. Going for it all. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. And the Black Knights come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Motion from the back. Runs through the tackle. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, there you're seeing the mentality of this head coach in the game, going for it on fourth down. A lot of guys would have tried to kick a field goal, but I think this guy knows, hey, we're not going to win this game putting threes up on the board. We need touchdowns. Nice attitude.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Good, wide open, big play opportunity. Hits him right between the numbers. You got to make that play. Those are one of those where I tap my helmet like, dude, that was me. That was on me. My bad. Give me another opportunity later on.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on 4th down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Back to throw, it's Horvath. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward when that ball starts to come loose and pop.
He's got the back in the middle. At the 35, he's loose. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
From the gun, the running back has it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Safe completion on the screen.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
He'll keep it on the sneak.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Got his man. Brings him to the open. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Navy will have it with a 1st and goal. The give to the fullback. They shut him down immediately. They tried to pop the fullback loose, and no running room there.
And he is stuffed. And I think the reason he's stuffed there is, think about it. The only time you really give the ball to the fullback is short yardage situations. The defense knew it was coming, played it fast, played it physical, and stopped them for a big lunch.
Touchdown, Navy! Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. He'll start this drive going to the air. Finds his tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Now on second down. Back to pass. Fires to the middle. Almost had the completion. Just missed it. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. He's looking to throw. Going for it all. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Black Knights will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. They barely get the punt out of their own territory. It'll be marked down just outside the 45. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Now on the option. Quarterback on the keeper. Quick spin on the ride. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The midshipman could get really aggressive here on second and short. To the air, it's Horvat. Under fire. That's caught. It's Kent. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
And that's the beauty of this offense and this playmaker at wide receiver. Throw the ball short, but what he does after the catch, he's just got so much speed, so dynamic with the football. And this is why they get it to him short, because he can take it to the house or make a big play on any reception.
Off the play fake. Pocket breaking down. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. The holder's going to line it up right at the 30. This will be a 40-yard field goal attempt. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Pulls it in. It's Fortner. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Fires to the wideout. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. They'll send the back in motion. Now the play fake. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
What a great job by this defense, setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built the lead.
And the Black Knights decide to punt it away. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. And Navy will go back on the attack. The They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Grab behind the line. It's Howard. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The midshipmen come to the line facing third and short. Looking downfield. It's Horvat. Makes the grab. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
And I just love having matchups out wide that I know can win. Guys that are so fast on the perimeter that threaten with speed, and guys start bailing and getting out of there. And on third down, and I need that yardage, I can go to him, and he'll get the first down on the corner.
He'll do it himself. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short. Offense in the sumo set with the big boys. He'll keep it himself. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, I love that play by this corner. You know why? When you run the option and that thing gets spread out, your DBs have to commit to tackling. And how about the cornerback coming up, sticking his face in the fan, and making a play? You love to see DBs tackle like that.
Navy now facing third and short. Looking to throw for it. It's complete on the right side. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
He'll pull it on the read. He'll toss it. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Touchdown, midshipman! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Man, defenses have to play responsibility football, and you can tell they had the quarterback, but how about the running back? They didn't even play it off the pitch, and he takes full advantage. They constantly put this kind of stress on you with this option, and the defense, they were not where they were supposed to be, and they give up the explosive touchdown.
The extra point is good, and they have a 9-point lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The Black Knights will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He will make the fair catch just a few yards shy of midfield. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. They'll run the option. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
And what a great decision by the quarterback. Like it's such a timing and art when you run this option. Like you want to get those guys to collapse on you like he does and get that pitch man open. And then you see now he has space to run down the field and make the big play.
They'll go to the ground. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
The midshipman looking for a chunk play on 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Horvath. It's complete to the left. Oh, he's got some space. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Right down the boulevard. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Here comes the Navy offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
The give to the fullback. Jukes his way for more. And they swarm him under.
I love it. What a play call. Going to the fullback in the running game, and he shows you that he's got some ability. This guy was a big-time high school running back, and he shows you the wiggle. He's got some ability to break tackles, and he helps his offense out.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. And this one is anything but routine. A 48-yard attempt from the right hash. Just drives it between the uprights. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And that's a really good response by this defense. Their offense throws an interception, puts them in bad field position. They respond with a stop, force a field goal. Yeah, they got 3 points, but great job by this defense.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. And the Black Knights moving quickly to the line.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
Gets it across the 10, a pickup of 5, and out of trouble to the 12. Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. The Black Knights will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. And Navy will go back on the attack. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play call.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, Dave.
Yeah, and just
turning it on. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. He'll ride his man on the option. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Quarterback on the keeper. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Navy is clicking on all cylinders right now. Run it with the fullback. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. So after the first down run, here's 2nd down. The give to the tailback. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here. The midshipmen come to the line facing 3rd and short. Gets the back moving. They'll go to the fullback. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So here comes the field goal unit once again. They've already kicked 3 tonight. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
And so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. They want to run this quarterback.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed into the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback.
Grabs it inside the 15. And tight coverage right there, but he makes the grab, and they've got it on the 11 and a red zone chance. And the Black Knights have it with a 1st and 10. Sends it back in motion. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Trying play action. Going for 6. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. This is a long 4th down try, but the offense stays on the field. He wants it all. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs. Motion from the back. The hand to the running back. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Give to the big fullback. Tried to fight his way forward, but he didn't even make it back to the line of scrimmage. The midshipman trying to sail way forward on 3rd and half a mile. Off play action. Got a man. It's Reynolds. He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down. Navy will have to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Let's can get something going here late in the half. On the run, it's Reed. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Big fullback's got it. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
He makes the fair catch just outside his own 10 at the 11-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Here comes the option. Look out, he's got room. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to pass. It's Horvath. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. That's reeled in. It's Kent. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Wants to throw it. Gets it out fast. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and the secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Oh, he makes the catch. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. They'll line up for a second down play. Wants to go up top. Back open in the middle. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one. Navy now facing third and short. Dropping back, it's Horvath. Here's a heat. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. Right down the gut of the field. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. Touchdown, Army! How about this defense taking one back to the house?
You always hear coaches harping on their quarterbacks to keep two hands on the ball. That time, he got hit. The ball came free, bounced right into the defender's hands, and he makes them pay, taking it back all the way for a score.
And he puts through the extra point. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. They'll start this drive going to the air. The sure hands. It's Chapman. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Navy comes to the line facing second and short. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. That's caught. It's Kent. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. To the air on first down. Great style points on that catch, but they didn't pick up any yardage. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Back to pass. Complete. Oh, what a move. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. How aggressive might this play call be on third and short from the 46? He lost one down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Navy will have to punt it away. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. And with time running out here in the first half, not willing to invite disaster, the offense takes a knee, and they'll go to the break trailing. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, we're 2 quarters from finding out who's going to sing second, and already Army and Navy have hit some high notes. And it's been an absolute clinic in fundamental defensive football so far. A total standoff with both teams refusing to give an inch. And I know this new era of football is about chucking it all over the yard and just outscoring the other team. But this game is a throwback, and to be honest, it's refreshing. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the battle between Army and Navy plays out.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Navy will kick it deep to get the second half underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27. To the air, it's Horvat. Finds some fresh air. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The midshipman could get really aggressive here on second and short. Fullback's got it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, they're trying to hand it off to the fullback for a quick hitter, but just nowhere to go. The defensive line, great job getting penetration to set up that play.
Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Well, the offense is trying to go counter, but the defense blows it up, and they do it by getting penetration up the middle, setting up the tackle for loss.
It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over, and while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting it.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They'll send the back in motion. Unloads to the right. Makes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they got it at the 25. The Black Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes second down. Running to the left. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Black Knights come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. To give to the big fullback. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Black Knights!
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The option look. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, one of the reasons this offense likes the option game with the quarterback is to use his speed and try to attack the perimeter of the field. The defense, though, not having any of it.
He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it along the sideline. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Navy! Anchors away as Navy has pushed out this lead and smooth sailing ahead for the midshipmen.
How about Navy handling this moment? This is a huge moment, obviously only showing down. Everybody cheering for you. The weather's always awful. Navy's done a great job executing, taking advantage of some Army mistakes, and they got the lead, Paul.
A big opportunity, obviously, for Navy's program, but also doing it on a national stage. They have come out, and they have dominated Army. They're executing better. They've run the ball better. Defensively, they've been stout.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. The Black Knights want to pick up the tempo. They'll go to the toss. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
After your defense just went out there and gave them a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Going to have to create some explosive plays to the passing game.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes. This offense has it with really good field position. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Finds his man. It's Chapman. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Reading the option, it's Horvat. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Things look great with that field position a few plays ago, but now it's 3rd and 6. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. Navy will have it with a 1st and goal. To the air, it's Horvat. Under fire. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The play action fake. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. The snap sets up the throw. Takes the easy throw in the flat. They rode their running back, but he could not make it. It'll be 4th down. They'll play it safe and try for 3. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And now the lead is extending a little further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so he puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Got his man to the left. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. The games don't get bigger than this for this team right here, and this guy, David, has shown up today.
And it's so nice as a coach to have that dude that you know you can count on. He'll put up big numbers, and he's been carrying this offense.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. And the Black Knights will have it 1st and 10. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. So now it's 2nd and long. Goes to the option. Now the toss. And again, stopped right in his tracks. Nowhere to run. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd. Throws toward the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. He needs to make sure those mechanics are pure from the right hash and 40 yards away. Not a chance. Missed it. All points are important, guys, but that one still leaves you with a 3-possession deficit down by 17. And here comes the Navy offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Reynolds. At midfield, he's got room. And he's brought down after a nice gain. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. They'll run play action. Fires to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. Wants to throw. It's Horvat. Grab near the sticks. It's Hutchison. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Dumps it off in the flats. Touchdown, midshipman! And the route is on. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
The Black Knights come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Off the boot, looking for his man. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. They're a couple of yards short of the 1st down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down. They'll run for it. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's short. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you.
There he goes. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Well, that's just on the defense. I'm sorry. Fullbacks are not supposed to be able to rip off big runs like that. The defense, they better do a better job tackling as this game goes on.
You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. And the Black Knights are in the red zone. Off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
They say pressure busts pipes. This quarterback can attest to it. Goodness gracious, they're getting after him all day. There's a reason they're behind. Pressure the quarterback goes a long way to getting the W.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Well, that play never had a chance on fourth down. They're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. The quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football. Give the defense credit, man. Tremendous aggression there on fourth.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to pass, it's Horvath. Got his man on the outside. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Navy needs to come up with a big play on third and long. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Finds his man, it's Hutchinson. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. That's caught, it's Kent. They're working their way toward midfield. He's out of bounds at the 46. Navy comes to the line facing second and short. Leaves it with the running back. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Third and short now from their own 48. Tries to slither forward on the sneak.
Well, we've seen this a couple times on this drive now, but having a lot of success with the quarterback sneak, and there's something going on up front right now, whether it's just the offensive line getting a better push or he's finding the crease to the right side of the center or to the left side. Whatever he's doing, it's working. The defense has not been able to stop him, and they just ride the center and the QB sneaks.
Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. Sticks it in his belly. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They're dealing with a second and long. Hand off to the fullback. Got the first down and still on his feet. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. The give on the counter. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll run the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And I think everybody wants to run the option nowadays, but the problem is, can everybody read it? You got to be able to stick the ball in the belly of the running back, and you have to be able to understand, or I'm pitching it to him. Whatever the read is, you can tell he was a little bit confused, a little bit slow, and that's why the defense won this round.
He's got it. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be first and goal from the 6. Gets the back moving. A first down run on the doorstep. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Scanning the field, it's Horvath. And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds. The defense trying to make a stand on 3rd and goal. He's looking to pass. It falls incomplete, and that'll do it for the quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. Try to start this final period by putting a 3-spot on the board. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. And this one is perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Fired in there, but incomplete.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
Wants to keep it in the air. Catch in the middle, it's Reed. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Finds his big tight end. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the back. Makes the catch. It's Reed. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Black Knights can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. Just going to keep it after the snap. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down.
That's a really good stop by the defense, Jesse. They need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. On the option. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. After the good pickup on 1st down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. Dropping back, it's Horvath. Catch in the middle, it's Kent. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He'll do it himself. Makes one man miss. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Give to the fullback. They stop him in his tracks, tried to sneak that fullback loose, and nothing doing. Navy will have to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit it.
And down he goes back at the 3. And the Black Knights headed quickly to the line.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on the quarterback, but I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought he was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarterback today.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He's going for a big play downfield. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. The Black Knights have it with a 1st and 10. And the Heat gets home. They knock it down back at the 45. 1st down sack, pushes it back. Now it's 2nd down. Lost the fire on 2nd down. And the defense gets loose, bringing the Heat, and down he goes again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Blasted as he lets it go. And the big deflection on 3rd down forces a 4th down. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Throws to the wideout. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Give to the fullback. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. On the option. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The midshipmen come to the line facing 3rd and short. He'll keep it himself. Only able to pick up a yard before he stopped, and now it's 4th and 3. And here comes the punt team. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. And the Black Knights with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Keeps it on the bootleg. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Great place to start for this offense. He'll power it inside with the fullback. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Hand off from the gun. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They go to the ground. Spins away from the defender. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. Navy is clicking on all cylinders right now. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. A 1st down run in the red zone. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Navy!
Pure pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the Oak.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Pressure coming. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute. Working well behind the sticks on second down. To the air, it's Coleman. Throws for the tight end. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? Now facing a 3rd and long. They'll go to the air. Fires to the right. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. Throws to the tight end. He'll step out of bounds right in the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Sends it back in motion. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. He'll step out of bounds at about the 11.
I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the 1st down. The give to the fullback. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Looking to throw, it's Horvat. Snagged out of the air. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. But wait a second, there's a flag on the field. Let's check that one out. Might be the worst-case scenario for this defense. Thought they'd held them to 3. Now the offense with a chance for more. The give to the fullback. Tried to keep those big legs churning, but he'll be stopped for a loss. They lost ground on 1st down. Now 2nd and goal from the 5. On the option. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. And after getting it right on the edge, they'll try to punch it in on 3rd down. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. They got Zippo zilch on the last play. Now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. Barrels ahead. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Here comes the field goal unit. Distance not the problem here. The angle is a little tricky. Smashes it between the uprights. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Coleman. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Now the play fake. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Now on the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. So Navy beats Army, and it is tradition for the victors as both teams sing their alma mater. The victors sing 2nd, and that honor will go to the midshipmen. Now we'll put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.